Good evening. Namaste, everyone. I am Rashmi Sood, your host for this Talk to the Expert series 131. I'm founder of an initiative called Little Impressions that supports parents and children with special needs and otherwise. I'm a storyteller and a parent coach. Along with this, I'm a very proud ambassador and a core team member of Spectrum the Awareness Project. Today, we are celebrating the month to create awareness towards mental health and well-being. But before we progress towards that, let me also welcome Dr. Renuka Rameshan. She is ISL interpreter to make our conversation more accessible to all our viewers and hence make it all the more inclusive. May, as we know, is also a month to cheer all of those who have embraced motherhood and played a very vital role in each one of our lives as mother. The theme for today's discussion is maternal mental health and well-being, a topic very close to all our hearts. At the same time, the crux of today's discussion will be on living the NICU journey with positivity and mindfulness. For our viewers, let me tell you what NICU is. NICU means Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, where at times mothers' young ones are kept there for care and further support. It gives me immense happiness and pleasure to welcome Ms. LatikaWadhwa, founder and CEO of Momprenuer Circle. She strongly advocates and is a firm believer of sound mental health for new mothers. And she plays a very important role in her life as a mother and takes a very balanced approach towards it, despite the challenges she had faced when she was blessed with motherhood. Latika is a storehouse and is a visionary. She has created her Mompreneur Circle to support all fellow women who wish to be financially independent by providing them a platform to showcase their talent, to run their home-run businesses, and give them an edge to establish themselves as entrepreneurs. A very warm and hearty welcome to dear Latika. Welcome to our platform.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Namaste, everyone. Hi, good evening. It's a pleasure knowing that something of this sort that the platform is doing. And then I thought, why not coming in and sharing my experiences and my own journey of being an ICU mom and also motivate fellow moms because I've seen in the course of these 2.5 years of my motherhood journey how moms are suffering, especially when it comes to the NICU moms where a lot of challenges are there. So thank you so much for inviting me today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Latika. Since, as we just spoke, that this month is celebrated as we celebrate Mother's Day, and I mentioned we are celebrating the spirit of motherhood along with mental health. How has your motherhood journey been facing the NICU, and how has it changed you ever since?
Sure. So my motherhood journey, if I'll say, it's a very beautiful, and I always say it's a blessed journey because my little one, I always say is a miracle to me. But yeah, initially it was very challenging, very tough journey because when you have a little one who's just 600 grams, where the survival rate is also very glimpsy, the whole environment, the whole atmosphere is very gloomy because there is no positivity you can sense around from the medical practitioners who are saying just wait and watch. You have no history or anyone in the past in your family or any support who have faced any kind of prematurity, so things were little challenging. But guess with the help of positivity, with the help of mindfulness, actually this journey sailed through. And today when I see my little one who's just turned 2.5 year old today, so it has been a blessed journey, but yes, very challenging, very tough journey at the initial level. So if you may allow me, so I would just like to take back to that journey when I was just told that your placenta has been abrupted at 5 months, and we have to drag this journey till 7.5 months so that the organs can be completed. but still it was a very immediate C-section that I had to undergo, and there was no certainty whether the child is going to be 500 grams or 600 grams, because that's what the scenario of ultrasound, where the doctors say you can always have plus 50 or minus 50 weight. So we were very positive, though throughout this journey the only thing which was there was mindfulness, the positive affirmations that I was giving my little one from the womb until now. I always talk about positive affirmations. And I think that is what helped me in the 3.5 months of journey when she was in an ICU. With all sorts of machines were there. It was not a good, if I'll talk about it, was not a good scenario altogether for a parent, for anyone, I believe. But then it actually gave me a lot of strength, lot of positivity, lot of confidence after that. So if you talk about motherhood, every motherhood journey is very different. I'm sure your journey is different from mine. But then what this journey has taught me is patience, endurance, empathy, and also just be positive and see how things will turn out beautifully for you. So that's what I wanted to share. That I'm sure a lot of people or a lot of mothers will be listening to us afterwards also. That NICU is a very tough time, or a lot of challenges, not only NICU journey, but a lot of challenges that some or the other mother is facing. Just be positive and just believe in yourself. Don't listen to anyone. Just think that whatever is happening for a reason, and just you'll sail through of every challenge at every phase of motherhood. But now after coming 2.5 year, I can say that, but when I was suffering with that particular challenge, it was not easy for me. But yes, my partner support was there, my family support was there, though of course a lot of things were there which I'll talk about in the coming questions with you. But yes, it was a challenge, but now I must say that challenge has given me a lot of positivity and a lot of strength, lot of courage to face the world. So I always say my little one is a blessing to me, is a miracle to me, who transformed me as an individual.
Yeah, certainly, Latika, because we can see the way you have been working and the way you are currently. It shows, how you have sailed across those challenges, as you said, in a very positive way, with all resilience, patience, and all of this. When you look back and connect the dots backward, for any parent, NICU is not always so a happy place, as you mentioned. So, how would you like to address parents when they see their newborns in NICU? Because it's an ongoing process for many such parents, an unspoken journey, which we never talk about, but there are a lot of emotions that come up. So, how would you like to address parents on this?
True. So, firstly, when we go to NICU, many parents today also there is no awareness. Like when I was talking about my journey, I had no iota of knowledge what is prematurity all about, what is an NICU all about. So, from my when I came across my doctors that okay, the little one is going to be born and we have to keep her or him at that time into NICU. So, I had no knowledge what is NICU. Even at that time also we were very ill informed, though of course now a lot of awareness is coming, but 2 years back also there was lack of awareness. And when we talk about NICU journey, there are three most important challenges that a parent is facing. Number one is a physical health, because any child who's in NICU, maximum times a mother is going through a C-section, which is physically challenging for her. Then comes the mental and emotional challenge, because you are already suffering with the mind that what will happen to my child, and then looking that child into machines, going through so many tests every day, because an NICU child have to go through a lot of tests. You don't know, there is no positivity that you can sense around, because even those medical practitioners, for them it's very easy because that's their job and they're conversing with so many people daily basis. But for you, it's your little one, the heart is out, everything is out, so that emotionally mental challenge is there. And number three is your economic challenge, the financial challenge is there, because the NICU fees is going to soar high, and it's not easy for you to actually balance all three of these challenges. Though of course a lot of facilities are there, but these three challenges actually take away the happiness, the smiles of the parents, especially for those who are looking out for the first time seeing their baby, and they are so happy that during that pregnancy journey And I'm sure that NICU journey, anybody whose child is into NICU, the pregnancy journey is also not very fruitful. They have to undergo a lot of tests, ultrasounds before that journey, also before the child is born. So first thing first is always be positive, which is what I always emphasize on. Please take care of the mental health of the mother, because it's the mother who is nurturing the little one inside the womb. So it's very important for the to look after the mental health of a mother. Now, I'm sure when there's a challenge of NICU and pre-pregnancy time, when a lot of challenges are there, how you can be a little positive is, it's not easy for me. Like today I'm talking about, it's very easy, please be positive, but I think I can empathize with all those mothers who are having little ones into an ICU, that it's not easy, but you have to be strong, you have to be very positive. So what you can do is, what I have done was, just keep away things that are toxic in your life. If anything is hampering you, any person, any particular situation during that time is saying negative to you, just change those things. Even if doctors, I have changed 4 doctors before going for delivery, because they were not giving me a promising scenario, and going to the fifth doctor, and because of her, I always say, because of her, that positivity came into me being, because she said, I understand that there is going to be a lot of negativity, I understand the situation is not good, because the prognosis report is not good, and that is why we are going for an immediate C-section, but let's be positive. And that positivity is coming from a medical practitioner, because at that time that person is God to you. So if there is someone who's giving you negativity, trust me, simply change that doctor, change that medical practitioner, don't listen to anyone. Apart from that, any religion you believe, anyone you believe, like I'm coming from a Punjabi family, also married to a Brahmin. So I have read Gita. I have never read Gita throughout my life, but during my pregnancy journey, I have read through Gita, going for ultrasound, going for Doppler. I was reading Gita, the verses of Gita, and that actually motivated me. That brought me together. And then, because coming from a Punjabi family, I used to listen a lot of Shabad, which are there in Gurbani. Throughout that journey, even when we are going to NICU visiting my little one, in her ears, what we always used to say, that you have to come back home, whether my husband is going there or I am going there. We always say that you are going, get ready, you are going to come back to us. Today we have got this thing. So it was a 3.5 year long journey, 3.5 months journey. So a lot of festivals came, like Christmas came, New Year came, Lohri came. So what we used to do was, we always, because you were not allowed to take gifts inside, you're not allowed to take any clothes inside, because to keep the safety of the little one. But we used to bring something or the other for her, and we always go and tell her that, Acha, we have got this for you, you have to go back home, this we have done in the whole day. So telling her everything, we know that the child is on oxygen support, we know that there are a lot of challenges, because doctor is saying, Acha, today we are going for a blood test because some infection has come up, because these are some of the scenarios that actually hamper you. There are a lot of blood transfusions that happen, platelets, things that happen, brain tests, heart tests, ear tests, eyes tests, almost every organ is tested in this particular NICU journey. And for a young parent, or for any parent, it is very, very challenging to see your little one going through those kind of things, because pricking is happening, injections are getting there. And anyhow, the NICU weight, because for my little one, it was a 600 grams. So things were very challenging, but only one thing that can keep you strong is your own mental health. So please take care of that. Please don't say anything to the new mom, because whose mother, like whose child is already in an ICU. She has already suffered physically, emotionally, and she needs your support. She don't want your judgment. She don't want your advices. But all she wants is that someone who you can hear out. And for me, my mother-in-law, my whole family was there. My parents were there. My brother was there. So everybody was there to motivate me. And also my partner was there, who supported me throughout this journey. So I think you need a great support system, because we always say it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village, a positive village, when there's a new mom whose child is in NICU. So positive affirmation is one thing. Listen to him, whatever religion you are there, whoever you believe, just believe in that, and always believe in the universe. And the third thing is the positive affirmations, because for me, those affirmations have helped me a lot throughout my pre-pregnancy time till my little one is NICU, and even today, that now she can talk about affirmations. So every night we have this practice of doing affirmations for 10 minutes, where we say, I am blessed, I am positive, I am God's favorite child. And I think that's how her way of building, like getting better and better and better health. So I think as a mother, you should be very strong and just listen to positive things.
Very beautifully and very mindfully said, Latika. These are, though may appear smaller things, but does make a lot of difference. The way you said those positive affirmations during the most tiring time of your life, while the child was in NICU, going and talking to her, would have somewhere made a lot of difference to you and to the child. It would have given that space that, yes, this would have been comforting to you as a mother, that yes, you are positive about all of it that would come up. So we have Sushma here, and she says, Latika ma'am, your unwavering spirit is always an inspiration for many.
Thank
So
you so much, Rishma.
yeah. So while you just were talking, and you time and again mentioned about mental health and paid a lot of stress to it. And as I discussed earlier, that we are celebrating May as a month of mental awareness. New mothers, most of the time, goes through self-guilt feeling. Um and while you mentioned this, I really want to know how a family can be support to her in a positive way without being judgmental about her, and at the same time reinforcing the fact that it's not her fault if the child is in an ICU. How would you like to address this?
So, firstly, I think yes, the
What would be
family.
the next?
Yes. So family support is very important because, and it's not a more because now because after me going through an ICU journey, a prematurity journey, so I was also doing a lot of awareness in these last 2.5 years. So it is not a mother's problem or a father's problem that the child is in NICU. There are a lot of factors which are associated today. If you'll go back, there's a lot of family histories there, genetics is there. There are other factors which are hampering, and sometimes there is a medical issue also a mother or a father is facing, because of which it happens. So one thing is, whatever has happened. So through blaming anyone, it is not the right thing. So I think that at that particular area, a lot of awareness is still to be made, because today again, if I'll say no, this is not the scenario, it is the scenario in many families, that women are still judged, not only because the child is in NICU, but if someone is not having a baby, again she has been judged. If someone's baby is short heighted, then again it's judged. Whether the child is fat or lean, again the mother has to be judged. So I think that stereotypes needs to be broken, that stigma needs to be broken. But yeah, coming to your question, that the self guilt of a mother, so the mother should never take that self guilt, because somewhere I think that's the psyche, or that's the mindset through which women have been nourished or nurtured with that mindset. Catch up, whatever is happening is because the woman is wrong. So I think that needs to be cancelled out since the time the child is born and it's a woman, as we say. But coming to the support of family, it's very important, because, and as I've said earlier also, that anyhow that woman is suffering mentally, the woman is suffering physically, the woman have been seeing so many pains, because it's the mother who's going to an ICU. And if you cannot help her in any point, at least you can stand with her. You can at least give her that good diet, because I remember when during my C-section, so my mother and my mother-in-law were there. So what happened was, because they are not allowed to go to an ICU, and I also require a good diet. So both of them have taken that responsibility to take care that whether I'm eating right or not, because that is one particular thing where sometimes we also lack. There a family support is required, and sometimes the mother is not also ready to eat something, because but she has to send out milk. Now coming to my own scenario, the milk was also not coming, because there are cases where you have to there were some times when I have to pump the milk, and it was just 1.5 ml, just one or two drops that we used to take to NICU, which is as far as 1.5 hours from my home. So, and that also at the very odd hours, like 2 o'clock at night, my partner is going. So those were a lot of challenges were there in that particular time, and you need a mental support. You need a support of your partner, because if both of you are working, the work is also going to get hampered. But financially, you require that much amount, because every day you have a good bill of NICU that you need to pay, whether you are working or not, because that's their own their own parameters. So you require that support also. So for that you're working. But then you require a family support who's taking care of your good diet, who's taking care that whether you are eating right or not, who's taking care. It's okay, whatever is happening. At least they're boosting your morale, because that time you need a good boost of morale also. So that support system is very important. So it during my journey, another thing what happened was we were seeing so many other NICU parents also. So I was like, and me and my both partners were also counseling those also, because we were telling them also, please be positive, because like my little one 600 grams, there were other cases of 500 grams. There was a case of 820 grams where the child has to go for a laser operation. So though of course those are very challenging times for every parent. So together we built up a support system for those parents also. So I think that depends on the individual mindset. But coming to the family support, so there is a lack of information of NICU even that exists today. So even if my family, even if I'll talk now also, they'll say, "Acha time tha wo chala gaya, just forget it." But while conversing with so many other parents, I know that there was something at that time because of them that we actually went ahead. So agar wo ek nahi hota, to that engine would have not went ahead only. So require a family support, very important, without any judgment. And sometimes you need certain people, because I'm not saying that every family member is going to be very positive, everybody is very happy, and we are not living in a utopia where everything is so positive. But yes, if you see someone is talking negative, just shun away. I don't even used to pick those relatives phones also that were just coming and talking about negativity. Even today I always say, please keep away with toxic people, because that is going to hamper your mental health. So sometimes you have to draw those boundaries, and you should know with whom you have to go ahead. So that thing is very important, whether you are an ICU parent, whether you are a new mom or not, or as an individual also. Stay away from toxicity and be positive, and only be in the company of those who are giving you, making you happy.
Exactly. Very well said, Latika. And I'm sure many of us who will be viewing or listening to our talk now or later, or maybe listening now, will resonate so much with what you are articulating, because it makes so much sense to all the mothers who, and in fact, why mothers? Both the parents who are undergoing this journey. And it is not only the parents, but the entire family lives through the experience. It's always the parents who are at the front end looking at the child, but the back end support does matter a lot. So really appreciate, the way you've been sharing your experience, because it will give a lot of comfort to all such parents, and they will not know that they are not alone in their journey. And it is very comforting to know when you have very many others who are also have undergone this tough times and have sailed through very positively. So another of our viewers, Minakshi here, says family support is unconditional and unconstitutional. So family support, as you say, is we at this platform, each of us believe that it takes a village to raise a child, and that to a village with all support and a judgment-free zone is always so welcoming. Sushma again says she can't hold herself back, and she says support from your people and community makes a big difference. They become your strength.
Yes,
And
I think I just want, allow me to add one point when Sushma has already said the community, the support. So, because as I was talking about that, because I have to pump that.
No worries. I think there's some technical glitch for a moment. We'll wait for Latika to join back. But the viewers who are watching us right now, says Moshmi is watching, and she says more strength to Latika for being so mindful. And I'm sure many of us will take a lot of takeaways from this session and make them work in our daily life. So Umial is also watching us, and she says, this is so right to keep away from negativity. Definitely, to create meaningful boundaries is in our own hands, and how we work on them is again in our own hands to make us successful. Just bear with us for a moment. I think Latika will be joining us. There's some technical glitch. Do pour in your comments. How have you been liking the conversation? Anything for our viewers who want to ask some question can always post it in the comment section so Latika can answer them back for your help. Anytime you need any support from any of us in the team, we are there to, help you. You can always share your mindful mantras, that what do you do to keep yourself mentally active and be out of that negativity. So Latika is just joining us. So we really look forward to your mindfulness mantras. Do share with us in our comment section, and we will, definitely like to post them on our platform for all others to know that what all we can do to stay positive and stay going. And in June, like, we will be talking about mental health. June being Father's, we celebrate Father's Day as well. So June, we will also talk about mental health, because that is also a very important part of.
I'm so sorry that I think there's some network connectivity and I just lost the network.
No worries, Latika. Welcome back.
So yeah, thank you. So thank you all of you for patiently waiting for me. I'm so sorry. I think there was some network issues that happened. I think that's the challenge of online that we all face every day. So yeah, adding to coming back, I think Sushma just mentioned about the support of the community. So I just wanted to share that support. So I was not getting like my milk was not getting pumped because it was 7.5 months journey, and that time the glands are not that mature. So the support of community actually came up when I posted on my community on Momprenuer Circle. We posted that this is a challenge we're facing because for NICU babies we require the fresh mother's milk. Also, the mother has to be just 3 months newborn mother for the 3 months. Mothers from the community actually came back, and they become a support system for me. And you won't trust that there were mothers who were just living near the hospital, and the community actually helped me in interacting with those mothers who were just there so nearby to me, and they all came, and I was not there at the time of hospital also. They made sure that the fresh like the mother's milk freshly is coming and getting to my baby, because we were not allowed to take milk from milk banks also, because she was very small, and there was a lot of problems of infections that can come up. So we were not allowed to take milk from milk banks also, and only a mother's milk, that too with the 3 month old only a baby.
I think this again some technical glitch.
So many mothers milk.
Yeah, I think Latika is just getting back. Yeah, that's the real support of the community, I believe, and it's such a positive support. And you being already working on your Mompreneur Circle, already that was there for you. Could the community play such an important role? It's so heart touching and it's so warm gesture. I think we would try to give a lot of applause to all the mothers who unconditionally came up for your support. And what a beautiful way to support each other, to make communities so strong and supportive for each one of us. That's wonderful, Latika. Just so, I mean, I'm having goosebumps to hear all of it. Such a positive and encouraging story, but nevertheless, definitely with the challenges. So we have Triveni here, Lavanya, Nina, Umayal watching, and they're really cheering for you, Latika, for the lot of positivity and a lot of insights you're bringing with your
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So moving further, what are your thoughts on empowerment of moms through your venture, and what, in your opinion, is the importance of being financially independent? Because at times financial abuse is also as bad as domestic violence. What are your thoughts on that?
True. So I strongly believe that the scenario in which we are now living, both the partners, because we are talking about a lot of gender equality talks are happening, but that can only happen when both the partners are at par, when both the partners are financially independent. Because you won't trust me, a few days back, so I met someone who said, I am financially independent, but I don't require any support. I'm from a very good, I have a very good background, but I'm financially independent. So to them I told that please switch away, please take away those kind of mindsets. That earlier that mindset was there, that if a woman is working, that means there is some financial problem at home because of which she is working. Today a woman, it's the need of the hour, not only to support your family but also to have your own identity. Because our parents have taught us, we are all educated from such good backgrounds. So why do we want to just sit back at homes and not do anything? And why this mindset has to be there, that if you are earning, if you are financially independent, that means that there is some kind of trauma or some kind of problem that the family is facing, because of which a woman is stepping out. And even now, even today, this mindset still prevails. And another thing I always say is that you have to be example for your own children. You want to see your daughters to be independent, but where is the mother who's independent with and where is the son who'll look after that the mother is independent? So how that thing is going to come in place when he is going to have his wife to be a gender equal? Where is that gender equal roles which are going to come in place? So I think it's very important right now that both the partners are working, because there's not only inflation is there, not only things are there, but for her own identity, that she is not someone's wife or someone's daughter, but she is she. So that is required at this particular point of time. And I very rightly said that yes, it is a financial abuse uh, for a woman when she's not earning and there's no support system. So even today, that lack of support is there. But I think through our platform, that's the reason why I started this platform in 2017, much before my own motherhood journey. But I have seen a lot of mothers during that time when I got married. A lot of my friends were just they at 2016 there was no scenario of going returning back to work very easy. It's still difficult, but at that time there was no platform. Hardly one or two platforms were there for moms to get back to work. So at that time I thought it's easy to go back to work, but there are a lot of passion, a lot of things that women have in their mind, but they don't have a platform. That's how we created a pilot project, and we saw so much of potential into that. I must thank my partner who always supported me, and he was there to start this particular venture. He looks after the marketing and everything with me. So, and that is all. With one mother we started, and today we are 7 lakh plus all over India, and now to global reach, since we have certain members in Dubai and Singapore as well. So I always feel that it is very important, but still we need to break that stigma. We need to break that mindset that a woman is working because there is certain problems at home, or what's the need for a woman to work when the man is earning? Why not taking care of the children? So today, with the help of technology, everything is sorted from our platform. There are a lot of mothers who are learning so amazingly, just sitting at home, they're connecting. So we have started with virtual connects also. We have a lot of networking meets that we do with business entrepreneurs, but then we have also started with a virtual connect. So someone sitting in Bangalore can easily meet a Jaipur women entrepreneur, and that's how the virtual connectivity is. And all thanks to technology, today's social media is there, so things are easy that you can sit at home also you can do. And other facilities are also now available for a woman to go out and have her own office. And when a father can step out and work, why can't a woman? And I think that's how the balance has to be there if you want to see future generations. So I always want to see my daughter to see me as an example. So that's how I say when she is born, she has motivated me, or I don't know, her confidence, that I am stepping out more after her birth than I was earlier. So I always think, because I take that responsibility as a mother, that I want my child to look me as an example and not someone who is very docile, sitting at home, just a victimized character, because that's not the future I want to see for my own little one.
That's really, really commendable. And I must applaud each of the word you have spoken. I think it's bang on. Not personal though, but I think it does make a lot of sense. Before you preach or say anything, you have to be role model yourself. So children, as a parent coach, I firmly believe children learn not by what you teach them, but more by observing what's around them. At this point, I would also like to thank Dr. Renuka, who's continuously without break just making this conversation so meaningful and so accessible for each of our viewers. Some of our viewers, like Moshmi, she says that she relived her journey of her children in NICU a couple of years, 20 years back. Nina says financial independence is very important. Very true. Our own identity is so very important. It does not mean whether you are in financial crisis is that when you need earning. It's just the positive reinforcement of your capabilities. This should inspire our mothers who pick up something that she would like to do, being financial independent. A very strong message, Latika, here you give to all of us. And in the interest of our time, and with all due respect to Dr. Renuka, who's been supporting us tremendously, I would, like to ask you our last but not least question. What is your message to the community for mental health of women, and especially why it is important for new moms?
True. So, because see, there are two things. First thing, if you, as I always said, and during this conversation also we said that a happy mom can raise a happy child, and that's the main motto which I am like emphasizing a lot during my other conversations also. So, after the birth of my little one, we actually made a WhatsApp group which was dedicated for new moms only. Wherein we are talking a lot now. So she is 2.5. So we made a 0 to 2 and 2 to 4 year old WhatsApp group. A lot of queries that were coming up because of the mental health that was affected of a woman. So it's very important because sometimes very small things are happening. A lot of them are living in a nuclear families. They don't have the support of grandfathers, grandparents. They don't have that support. Then again, they're working. A lot of other difficulties are there. So that somewhere that mental health is actually going away. So few days back only I was listening to one of the podcasts where it's mentioned that next 5 years India is going to be the capital of mental health crisis because so many problems are coming. So just imagine when we're talking about such certain things, so how harmful it is going to be. And new moms are always neglected because during my conversation with a lot of new moms, one thing is because the hormones are changing. That is why you're feeling this way. Sometimes I've heard a lot of new moms who said that we are just sitting in one room while others are having a good time because when a child is born, there's the name current ceremony that is happening. A lot of relatives are coming and everybody is sitting outside while I'm sitting and nobody's talking to me also because the 40 days period in many families that happens that the women can't step out, she can't eat this thing. At that time, she's already depressed because her physical appearance is something which has undergone a change. Her mental health has mental emotional well-being has changed because she's not getting proper sleep. Nothing is happening, and at the cost of that, she's not getting the support of people. She can't talk anything. So therein the mental health problem that comes in, and it is very important to address because we are seeing so many news which are coming when mothers are so troubled that that sometimes it's a loss of a child also. The very news that are coming across the world. So not only in India but everywhere this kind of thing is coming. The mother is depressed, the mother is anxious. There are a lot of trauma therapy that the mother is undergoing. So it is very important and we should not neglect it. Firstly, secondly, self care is very important. So please, I'm sure like do ask your partners also. Like if even if you're at home and the partner is working, sometimes you can get from someone so that you can get a little more sleep, a better sleep, because then only I think your hormones are going to be happy. And that's the because the child is anyhow having your own milk, and mother's milk is if happening with sort of depression, lot of anxiety. Imagine what is getting transferred into the child psyche, and the child is also going to be anxious. So and the second thing is for mothers, let it be what is happening in your homes. Don't for those 3 4 years, don't think to be properly dressed, don't think to be properly trimmed, don't think that my whole house is a mess, because trust me, when the child is a little baby, it's still easy to manage. I can imagine my little one now. Our whole entire drawing room is like, because we have to put everything like a baby safe kind of thing. So I have removed everything from my drawing room, give it an open space, let her enjoy what is she doing. You won't imagine there are sometimes spillings on my of milk of her shake on the sofa. And both me and my partner were earlier getting very like angry because we used to keep the house so clean and everything was proper and everything is getting messed up. Then we decided it's just some of the years that she is going to be like this. let her enjoy her own things. Don't feel stressed. So now I have just stopped thinking about that. And sometimes I've also restricted inviting people also to my homes so that I cannot get those judgments. Let us have a happy, healthy family, and I'm sure things are going to be fine. So self care is important. Don't think about anyone else. Think about your own self. Take proper sleep. Go for mindful activities. I'm sure when little ones are there, it's not easy for stepping out. But today we have YouTube with us. Today we have our smartphones every time with us. So stop scrolling things which are not necessary for us. Just go and have a podcast like a small BK Shivani podcast that I generally have those messages, or sometimes I there is a Sadhguru kind messages I sometimes I see. Then there is Gopal Das ji's message that I see. So these are all positive motivational people whose podcast you can see, you hear their messages, you can see, and you feel fresh. So go do their have some if you have a cooking like if you have a hobby with cooking, start preparing things whatever you like. Stop thinking what others will like. Don't ask. Sometimes you need to be selfish for your own care, so have that thing. If you like gardening, go into the field of nature. Or if you think that this is I like reading, so go for reading thing. But take out time for yourself. Don't crave, because that is the scenario which is going to happen. But ask your partner also to help you, because I'm sure alone you cannot do things. If you have if any support, any help is there, please involve that. So initially, sometimes you might require a help in cooking also. Generally, I prefer cooking my own food, because I believe that a lot of positive vibes goes there. If someone else is cooking for me, then I don't know what the vibes of that person, because that the person is cooking in 6 to 7 houses, and what vibes that person is bringing. But the initial journey, I required that help, so I hired a cook for my own self. Now she just come and cut things for me, but still I prefer cooking because that's my hobby. I love cooking, but sometimes people don't love cooking. So whatever you love, you do that thing, and have other people to come and be a support system for you. Is I think that's very much required for your own mental pace. Go out, take out time for yourself, do things which you love, and stop thinking what others will think of me. Because anyhow, you are going to be judged as a mother throughout your life. So even today I'm getting judged. So it's fine. We all will be judged because you cannot make other person believe in you. What are your mindset? What is your thought? So stop thinking that I have to prove everyone that I am right. I'm a very good mother. You are anyhow a good mother. You know nothing better. No one knows better than you. So you know everything better for your own self.
Very, 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 very well articulated, Latika. Strong message to women to safeguard their mental health, make boundaries. Of course, what you said, postpartum depression is so real. Accept it. Don't go beyond it. Accept it and go with it. Sushma says, thank you, Latika ma'am, for emphasizing the importance of mental health for and sharing your motherhood journey. It will definitely help break the stigma and support countless mothers on their own in their own path. Nina says, very useful session. Many a times we ignore such small mental health issues, thinking it's normal, or it's normal part of pregnancy. Yes, I think we all, while must be talking to you, reliving those moments. At least I was. Each and every situation which we did, like you did, was a part of today's conversation. Moshmi says, cooking is wonderful stress buster. And what better than a mother cooking with all her love poured into the dishes. So it's been a great session, and so wonderful to have you here with such strong message for women, new mothers, on mental awareness, which is very integral part of our day-to-day lives. Wonderful.
Thank you so much
having you here.
I would say that thank you so much for giving me this opportunity today, because as she has turned 2.5-year-old, so I think there was universe, which is because I always believed for a part of universe. So I think the universe was there, keeping today as the day to share my journey. And I'm sure through my journey, the others' moms will get some positivity, and they will be strong and just give positive messages to your little ones.
Yes.
Is what I believe.
Yes, the universe definitely conspires and paves way for much things in our life. As you said, the things which happened were for a purpose, and there you are here with a purpose to empower and enlighten others. Thank you so very much for your precious time and giving us thoughtful thoughts, food for thought. Thank you so much, Renuka ma'am, Dr. Renuka, for your precious time and your energy levels, matching up pace of Latika. Thank you, and have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.